Hello, hello, and happy Wednesday. Yes, I love it. Back again for one of my favorite times, one of my favorite days in terms of working with all of you. So, I hope your week has been going well and everyone has been staying safe, hydrated, and happy. Today is going to be kind of a mishmash of different things involving the ankles and my knees. It's telling me to hang out because people are trying to join, so that is totally awesome. And also know that when I'm live, you can always ask to be live with me. So that's fun. That really is. If you have, I don't usually say this, but if you have an Apple Watch, you can use this as a workout if you're working out. Not if you're just sitting, working your eyeballs out, looking at me, but if you're actually working out with me, okay? So, Vicky, hi honey. All right, so, yes. So, as I said, today is going to be a mix of ankles and knees. Basically knees. I'm just going to review a couple things with ankles because I have something new this week that I purchased. But basically it's going to be knees. Because as you'll see when I back up, or you may be able to see, my knees are taped up. And they're often taped up because, aging knees. And I may even call this session, Knees, oh my aging knees. So, yes, I know that many people, I have many friends who've had knee replacement surgery. And I get it. I really do. I get it. And I work really hard to strengthen not only the knees area itself, but there's your surrounding area. Yes, thank you there. The surrounding area. That's one of the things that we started talking about a couple of weeks back after I talked about my fall and dealing with my ankle, which is like totally back. I will also say today I went out walking and I stepped on something, and as that ankle wanted to go over, core said, I don't think so, and pulled up. So that's why I'm always talking about core exercises, because you can avoid so many little things, little trip ups, being able to pull up. Okay, so let's jump in. I'm going to go over an exercise that we did last week. And I'm going to use, I got this at, of course, Amazon. And they're in prime time, so you may get a deal on this. This one is a travel one. Of course, the name just snapped right out of my head. But this is the travel size. It's really small because, as you know, I have a really large one that also works as well. It's just, it's nice to have this smaller one for the ankle work that I'm going to do. Again, so much of this I do attribute to my awesome Pilates teacher, Andrea Lepsio, who also does videos on, especially on Instagram. I think she does them on Facebook and have a YouTube channel. So, we talked about working the ankle, and I just rolled up a blanket last week. So I rolled up a blanket and put rubber bands on each end of it, but it was a little squishy. This is a lot more support. That's why I immediately ran out and bought one of these. Yes. If you don't have it, just roll up a blanket of pretty decent size. I had a small one. Well, that's why it was so squishy. You may want to wrap a couple. But anyway, you want to wrap them, if you don't have this yet, a couple rubber bands on the end just to keep it nice and wrapped. And remember, we talked about flexing, but when we push through, you want to push through the foot. I'm not going through all the way to the point. I'm flexing and pushing through right there. And flex back. Push through. Now, when I push through, I want this to be like a straight line across. So it's not like twisted. I'm pushing through the ball of the foot and the little toe. People don't get that little toe credit, honey, but that little toe, don't have one and see what happens. Your balance is off. Okay? So, especially, like I have a line in my sock. So I can easily see here. Here we go. I can easily see that I've got this line and how to line up my foot straight across. And I flex back. And I push through. And I flex back. Now, if you're sitting in a chair, just raise your foot up. You're fine. All right? If you're sitting like on the floor, that's when you want to have something to elevate. You don't want to necessarily have your heel on the floor because you want to be able to get the maximum range. All right? So I'm pushed through and I'm here. I push through, and I flex back. I push through. Your toes almost act like they want to point, but they don't. And I flex, and I push through, and I'm back. All right? Let's try the other side. So, whoops. I'm back in, babe. So I flex here. Yes. And I push through, and I flex. 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 Trying to get it situated right up under that heel. And I push through, and I flex. And I push through, and I flex. All right. Let's talk about what else you can do with this baby. Now this, you're going to have a roller for this, and not your blanket, because we're going to actually roll with this. This is the exercise I want to work at doing each day. I really try to find some time every day, if not every day, every other day, to work these exercises. As I said, it's not always just the knee area or the particular area that has the discomfort. It's a surrounding area as well that you want to develop. So when we're talking about knees, we're talking about our calves, we're talking about our hamstrings, we're talking about our thigh muscles at the top. So this is a unit here, and we want to look at how are we strengthening the unit. So if I'm using this, now I'll use this because it's the closest to you. Let me back it up right about here. So I roll through and back, and roll through and back, and roll through and back, and roll. I stay in flex and back, and roll through and back. And on the side, it's easier. Sometimes people do it this way. For me, it works if I'm here and I'm back, and I'm here and I'm back, and I'm here and I'm back, and I'm here and I'm back. Now, you know me, it's always going to be about core, right? So I tend to push myself up and push through and back, push through and back, and push through and back, and push through and back. So always get 2 for 1 there. Okay, so let's talk about this area in here. Okay, last week when we did our exercises, we had our hands out here, or if you have the ability to keep your back up, we raised in here and lift. So if you're sitting in a chair, wherever you are, you could be sitting in a chair. This could be early in the morning in bed. If it's in bed, be careful, because the bed is soft and you tend to kind of want to sink. You have to really want to sit up strong. You could always put your back onto something to help support you if you think you're going to get a little sink in here, because that's not what you want to do. You want to stay as upright as possible. Let me angle with you a little more. There you go. So you can see. So I want to stay lifted. All right? So from here to here is one unit. And I'm staying very lifted. And my feet are flexed. Hands can be here. Or if your back is to the wall, that is fine. So remember, we and down. We went up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Other side. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. If you are in a chair, you can do the same thing. Just let your leg extend out, be a little bit off the floor, and raise up and down. All right, so work it with me. Ready? Let's go. Start with either foot, 4 on each side. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift. Change sides. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. And lift. Change sides. I'm going to throw in a little something here. We're going to lift. We're going to cross. We're going to lift and come back. I'm going to lift. I'm going to cross. I'm going to lift and come back. Now be careful. This foot tried to go over a little bit. I want to work parallel, as I've always told you. Has been an issue for this little turnout girl. Okay? Shoop. Got to work hard on this. So, you want to lift, cross it, lift, and down. 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 Okay, say you are in bed. It's first thing in the morning. And you're sort of getting yourself together. Let's try it. I'm going to lay down. I tend to put my hands behind here. We're going to go up a little slower. We're going to take it 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Other side. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Let's talk about standing up. I think I'll still be in camera mode, and I am. I'm next to the wall, okay? So, you can be holding on to something, it's fine. I'm just here at the wall. Again, where's your alignment? Your head, your ears, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles. All right? I'm going to start with the foot closest to the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't have to go high. 5, 6, 7. Back. 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Other side. And 1. Stand up tall on the standing leg. And 5, 6, 7. Don't lean into your wall. Lift. Lift up. Lift up. Lift up. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's when you're standing up. That's what you really have to think about, is what's happening on the supporting side, on that standing side, but you're not sinking into the wall. So oftentimes laying down is really a good way to do it. All right, let's look at the side. Okay? So I'm on my side, and I'm flexed. You can be here, 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 whatever works. I want to be here so I can look into the camera. I can see you can support your hand. You can put it here. You want to be right on that hip. So you want to be right there. And you're going to keep, I'm not turning out, my little dancers. I'm staying flexed. I'm going up for 2. 1, 2, lower, 1, 2. Lift, 1. You're going to feel it right in here. As Andrea says, you're going to feel the fire right here. 1, 2. Lift to where you can really feel that. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. You can even hold it there, 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 and lower down. All right? Let's try the other side. So I'm here. Nice flex feet. I'm right on my side. What happens is you kind of want to roll back. No, because then you're out of alignment. Stay here because you want to stay in alignment. Here we go. 1. Woo! Feel that baby fire. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Keep that parallel. 1, 2 and 1. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. I'm going to hold this one. And 1, 2. And I hold. 2, 3. Going to 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And lower down. Woohoo! You can feel that. Yes, you can. All right. Let's go on these tummies. So, we have our hamstrings. All right. We want to work. And the front of these thighs. So, we've got 1, 2. Lower, down. 1, 2. Lower, down. Now, you can be down here also. 1, 2. And lower, down. 1, 2, and lower, down. 1, 2, and lower, down. Flex, if you like. I tend to point a little bit, then I flex as I lift. 2, and it's down. 1, 2, and I'm here. 1, 2, and I'm here. You can do both. 1, 2, and lower. Now the thing is, you don't want to shoot up. You want to be sure that you stay nice and long. Press your pelvis into the floor. That's the key. And lower down. Press into the floor and lower down. Press into the floor and lower down. Press the pelvis into the floor and lower and down. Now, one last one. Because as you know, pardon me, these are posted on my YouTube channel. so you can go back and go through the whole exercise with the YouTube channel. Okay, so here's this one. I bend it, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift, take it down, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift, take it down again, I'll lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and take it down, and lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and take it down. All right. Woo. We did some work today. Now sometimes you might want to bend over a little bit from doing that one because of where your back was, and I just curve it up just a little. Stretch through, stretch that chest through. Now, depending on if you have been diagnosed with osteoporosis, it is sad that you want to be careful how much of a curve this way that you want to do, as opposed to it's okay for making a curve this way. So see what that curve this way, and then I just come back a little bit neutral, a little bit of a contraction right here, but I press through right here, and a little bit right here, press through right here, and a little bit right here. One more, press through right here, and a little bit right here. All right. As you know, we always end with our hand exercises because you all have been on your computers, you've been on your iPads, you've been on your tablets, you've been on your phones. You've just been doing stuff with your hands. And we don't always think about these fingers and hands and wrists. So let's just curve them, stretch them. Now really stretch as they come around. Stretch as they come around. Stretch going around, stretch going around, stretch going around. Make a fist. Take this hand and wrap and pull that back. And there. I have found this stretch to be totally awesome. Here, I just feel it. It just, I don't know, I can't explain it. It just feels really good. I make a fist on this side. And I pull through, and I'm here. 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 Woo! Shake them out, shake them out. Let's go here. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Yes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Yes. Here. And here. Couple of parting notes. Try not to sit at your computer or your desk, whatever you're doing for long periods of time. You want to get up and move. It is so important to move. It doesn't matter how you move, but to move, to walk, to put on some music and just move around and dance. Or just to get up from your desk. If you have to set a timer, set a timer. Doesn't hurt. Hit up your girl, Alexa, or Siri, or whoever you need to help you be able to get up and move around. Sitting for long periods of time just like clamps up everything. And every now and then you need to get up and like shake it up. And while you're up there, have a glass of water. Have a glass of water. All right? Have some water. You determine how much water you need to each day. I go for 64 ounces. Most days I get through most of that. And so as we go on, we'll talk about eating, water, little tips that I'll throw in at the end. But I'll see everybody next week. Remember, let me know if there's something that you want me to demonstrate on here. I would love to do that because I want to know what you need. This is really about what you need. I confess the last 3 weeks since my fall, it's all been about my knees and my ankles, which I've been like, oh, what about their knees and ankles? Okay, but it's about you all. What do you need? What do you want to see done out here? Thank you so much. I'll look to see everybody next week.